Hey guys, Ryan here, and today I'm going to bring you a replay of my continuation of the E50M grind. So yesterday you saw the Panzer IIIe Tier 3 tank, and today you're going to see the Tier 4 tank, the DW2. I'm going to be on mines. My DW2 is fully upgraded, so bear that in mind. And yesterday I spoke briefly about how low tier 2 is the best artillery, and you're going to see that this game and why I mean that. So it's a very heavy tier 5 game. The enemies have 1 tier 4 and we have 5. Which I don't feel too bad about because this thing gets a really nice gun with 130mm of APCR pen. Which, for the tier, it's very good. 130 APCR pen can deal with KV-85s, T-150s, M6. Basically you can deal with tier 6 heavies with that pen, so I'm fine. And I don't mind firing a bit of gold this game because this is for my daily double for the first win, and also I have a times 3 XP boost on, and the E50M grind, and the Hot Wheels XP bonus. So I've got a whole bunch of XP riding on this game. There are 2 artillery, and the enemies, as well as having more tier 5s, have quite a few powerful tier 5s. They've got a Panzer V4 and a T-34, which are 2 of the best tier 5 tanks. So what I want to mention is Spandex is in his bucket, I believe. Felix is in the Swedish TD Tier 4, but a couple of games before this, Felix was having some internet issues, and he still is this game. He's kind of lagging all over the place. Tier 5 tank for me to shoot at. Farming him in the side. And now, a Panzer V4 drives very aggressive, and actually set him on fire with the first shot. So that was very lucky. Trying to pen him through the turret. Then there's T-34. Now, this thing has 50mm of all-round armor, and it can side scrape. So what I'm going to do is, Felix died in a very useful position. I'm trying to shoot the Stug, and they're going to angle up and try and side scrape. Stug is taken out. Now the M4 shows up. He could have a derp gun, which would be a bit of an issue. T-34 appeared. As you see, I'm trying to hide my hull at all times. The 5.4 comes round the game. So we've killed the T-34, one of the best tier 5 tanks. Now we're going to kill the Panzer V4. It's not like a good tank, but it's a very powerful tank at this tier. So I'm actually going to pick up the kill on him as well. So, some very dangerous tier 5 tanks already out the game. And I'm already up to 1500 damage in a tier 4. So, if we can win this, this will be good XP for me. Going back. Got some enemies shooting the side. And now we'll just keep an eye on the artillery. Trying to pen these enemies. So the artillery still lands near there, and I don't think much of it, because it landed quite a bit away and I'm next to the hill. So I'm thinking there's no way he can hit me. So I stay close to the hill and I'm farming the VK. And I do actually pick up the kill. Trying to side script T-34 thing. You see me backing further towards the hill. The artillery almost hits me, but again, missed by a little bit. I'm thinking, okay, still trying it, but there's no way he's going to be able to hit me. But just in case, I'm going to get closer to the mountain. If you watch, keep an eye on the screen, my tracks get damaged by splash, and I'm thinking, there's no way he can hit me. But just to be safe, I'm actually going to drive up the rock face with my tank to avoid artillery. But he hits me directly. And you see me looking because I'm confused at how he's able to arc a shell over. Now, I'm going to leave this game playing. What happened is, generally speaking, the further range an artillery is firing at, towards his max range, the steeper the shell is because the gun has to aim higher. This is not a big map. So I don't know if he was firing towards his max range or not, but how the fuck was he able to loop a shell over that? I literally drove up the rock face to try and avoid him, and you just couldn't. So that's what I mean by low tier artillery. It's so much more powerful than high tier artillery. Like, so much more powerful than high tier artillery. It's not even funny. The gun arc on it with the reload and the aim time and the accuracy, and there's a lot more chance to one-shot people at lower tiers because of the armor and the hit point. Yeah, low tier artillery is not. I now understand why things like the Sexton 1 and the French Premium Artillery Tier 5 are seen as OP compared to high tier artillery. Now we've got a few teammates on the hill here, including who's going to be the hero of this game, the Deadbolt. Now that's a mercenary tank. That I don't know too much about, really. But a kind of overarching theme of Mercenary tanks is spaced armor, and to be more precise, bullshit spaced armor. The Absolution's a good example of having like spaced armor that you'll shoot just everywhere that'll just absorb shots. The Chisel, a tier 10 is one. That's got an Action 10 hull. I've shot that thing in the upper hull with a Jaegeru, and the spaced armor in the upper hull just absorbs it, or like the lower plate. I'm trying to remember where the spaced armor is. There's a lot of spaced armor in the Chisel anyway, and I remember bouncing off it with T-Days at tier 10. Just shooting them flat. So, and as you can see in this thing, it's got the spaced armor all inside of the tracks. It actually looks a bit to me like similar spaced armor to the Hardcase tier 9. Not quite as extreme. There's a bigger gap in the side there for you to shoot at above the spaced armor compared to the Hardcase. But at the same time, this is low tier to talk about. You tend not to have too many accurate guns. However, it is just a deadbolt and a friendly medium against 2 artillery, and our M4's has been shotgunned, and the German TD at tier 5. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, if that thing's fully upgraded, don't you get like 198 or 203mm of penetration at tier 5? Insanely high penetration on that thing's gun. Watch what happens when this deadbolt goes to fight him. Deadbolt's been spotted. He's now going to push towards the Panzer thing. And I remember saying to Spandex at this time that, like, you know, he needs to be careful here, he's got a very dangerous gun. He drives out sideways, and the German TD fails to pan him. Now, I don't know what this deadbolt tank is, but it looks like, especially in the hands of a good player in a good matchup, that this thing could be a little bit OP. It's very slow, so it might be a bit of an early target, but depending on what the gun's like, and the gun looks long barreled, so it might have decent pan, the deadbolt could be a bit of a hidden gem. I might grind it if it comes out on contract. It's only tier 5, so it can't be that hard to get. But now, I was watching this for one reason, by the way. I was hoping for our deadbolt to win, because now it's him versus the artillery, and I'm hoping for him to shit on that grill. The SU misses, and now I'm watching the deadbolt. It's sideways on, and he's going to keep missing. The SU's weaving for his life, and is actually working. Alright, so now the deadbolt gets the kill. The grill is in a bit of a shit position now, because the deadbolt's gotten closer, he can't arc a shell over his cover. So that's what's moving. I just want you to all bear in mind, I have a daily double riding on this, a times 3 XP boost, and all the other XP bonuses for completing the Hot Wheels season and the E50 on track. So I was so excited at this point, because I'm like, there's no way this guy can lose, and I might be able to get off the DW2 after this game. This was my second game, by the way. And I lost the first one. I'm thinking, there's no way he can lose this, because surely the Gorilla cannot one-shot him. Especially if he hits the spaced armor. Don't need to worry, Deadbolt, hero of the day. Didn't even play particularly well, but I don't care, he won us the game. I'm super pleased. But the DW2, anyway, enough about the Deadbolt. DW2, excellent little tank. I got an ace tanker for 1800 damage, 800 assistance, 3 kills. Deadbolt did over 2000 damage with 6 kills, so fair play to him. And more of the story, if you're grinding low tiers, be very careful of low tier artillery, and know that a lot of things you might consider to be already covered at high tiers might not be already covered at low tiers. So, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next one.